Okay, here we have a little bit more quieter moment here to take a look at this thing. 69 Barracuda convertible, factory 4-speed with a 318 two-barrel. That is such a rare combination that in Galen Govier's books, this build is one of 56 in the 1969 model year. There's a primary reason for that, is that most 318 two-barrel cars were just automatics. They were just family cars. They were automatic. But this one was ordered as a 4-speed in a convertible and then optioned to the hilt and is essentially just a very expensive little economy car from back in the day. So maybe like a doctor ordered it or a lawyer or someone that had some dough, because this thing was expensive because it was optioned to the hilt and the configuration in which it was ordered is just super rare. Yeah, you can see that factory 4-speed. The nice thing about this car is it's completely numbers match. Engine, transmission, and it has the bigger 8 3/4 rear end with a 323 in it, but it's an open rear end, which was typical. You know, this is not a muscle car; it's a passenger car. And I bought it out of New York off of Facebook Marketplace. It had come up and it had been online for 3 hours. I messaged the guy. I said, I'll buy it right now. He had it priced in a very, very nice area. So I suspected the car was probably something was wrong with it. But, you know, I do that all the time. We fix them. Well, the car showed up, and this is what showed up. I've done some detailing on it and stuff, but basically the body was painted back in 1999. So even though it's done in black, it's a very nice job. Someone did a great job because it's lasted a long time, but there are a few bubbling areas and stuff down low, which is typical for these because this thing came from Philadelphia area. It was delivered new to Southern Motors, and I have the window sticker on it. And this was an expensive little buggy. You see the bumper guards? You got them on the front and the rear. You have light package on the car. It has tachometer, manual disc brakes, AM/FM stereo, and the interior decor package, as well as the A62 package. What's the A62 package? It's a rally dash gauge, which you got this shape anyway, but the rally dash gauge came with the 150 Speedo. And there you have, look at this. In a 318 two-barrel, they option the rally dash. It gives you the 150 mile an hour speedometer, but it's a two-barrel V8. That was weird packaging for back then, but it's on the Fender tag too. So anyway, let's take a look at the engine on this one. Very nice, nicely done. It's a super casual driver. So nothing particularly show car about it, but a lot of it is correct. That's got the actual correct radiator. I happened on that at a car show. The guy said he had a bunch of radiators at home in North Carolina, so I called him like after 2 weeks, and he's like, I was waiting for you to call. I got these things lined up. So he gave me the numbers, and none of them fit, none of them. And then he said, hold on, I got one more, and he went and got it, and he gave me the number, and I had the Galen Govier book. And wouldn't you know that it was like the lotto? He called out the number that belongs in this car. So after I quit shaking, I just kind of nonchalantly was like, well, what do you want for that one? And he goes, oh, I'll take $100. And I was like getting my credit card out, you know, to pay him. So anyway, it was like $130 shipped to my house, and that's what belongs in the car. I can't believe it. And I've seen that guy before, and I stopped by his place, and I talked to him, and I've bought stuff from him since. Great vendor, by the way. So anyway, let's get back on task. Correct battery. Numbers match 318. I removed the paint here where the numbers are, you know, and 259250. That's the last 6 of the VIN. And here's another thing I want to point out to you. E44 is 318 D21. Look at that, a 4-speed with a 318. That's 2-barrel, 318 2-barrel. You know, in a Barracuda convertible, F9B. Look, X9, premium, buckets, red. So you can see, red interior. That's the order number. Light package, that's what gives you the lights on the hood. A62, the 150 Speedo. A86 is, oh shit, I can't remember that from memory. B41, manual disc brakes, but not power brakes. Console, buckets, and remember, 4-speed, console 4-speed. N85, and R21, that's the AM/FM stereo. And then you've got the black top and the red stripe, accent stripe. You'll notice I have a big fat red stripe on there. That's to cover up a painted stripe that somebody had hand painted on the car, and half of it was gone. You know, so it was rather unsightly. So rather than take lacquer thinner down the side, what I did is I just took big red stripes and covered up what was the remaining of that painted on stripe, and it's just covering it for now. Probably what I'll do is either take something, I'll talk to somebody on what to use to be able to remove that hand-painted stripe, and then put a correct factory accent stripe on it. Not this big AutoZone stripe thing. And that's what it is, to cover up the carcass of that hand-painted stripe. Anyway, so there we go. Never a dull moment in Gau's garage. And let's go take one last peek at its cousin over here, the Dodge Dart 69 with the 273 HiPo. These engines, man, they were some stout little engines, man, because they were solid lifter, closed chambered, 10.5-to-1 compression. They were truly kind of like old school high performance clackers, you know, with the solid lifters. They had snap, man, they really did. But it was never a 340 engine. That was a whole different game. The very next year, this is 67, in 68, Dodge introduced the 340 high performance, basically racing engine for the street, and the rest was history. All the major magazines were like, check out this engine, man. So anyway, detail stuff. Did the battery detail, repainted radiator, put all new hoses with the clamps, correct valve covers, new carburetor, got that together, detailed the master cylinder, cleaned this off, decals added, and sprayed the latch, and then also sprayed in these things, which were red. So was that piece up there, was all red. And re-detailed the wiper motor, put the Chrysler wires on, Chrysler date-coated heater hoses, and correct throttle return spring. And then detailed the steering column train all the way back to the firewall. So, very nice car, very beautiful, and it's a great stablemate. Great stablemate to that black Barracuda convertible over there. The Dodge Delta in the center, look at how nice that is. I'm really impressed with how nice the components are on this car. The convertible boot is actually very nice too. And it's that opalescent, I can tell, that color. I have to clean this rear seat and probably re-dye it because it's got some kind of a sticky, I think somebody tried to put some kind of shiny stuff on it, and all it does is attracts dirt. So all the other interior looks fine. It's just this particular back seat, so that's going to have to come out, and I'm going to have to charge double for that. All right, here we go. Old school look. Look at those beautiful wheel covers. Those are typical of what you saw on the higher performance cars in '67. That's what denoted them. And although they were dealer installed mag wheel covers, they just added a sporty look. And you will see them in the brochure for '67 because this was a new body style. So if you look into it, you'll see a bronze or like a bronze colored one. Convertible with girl sitting on the back ledge out of the back seat, and it's got those wheel covers on it. And that is the hot look of '67, folks. And there you have it. God's Garage. Thank you.